So we looked at the statements and we looked at the timeline. But let's dive into one more disputed question that may help us make a decision one way or the other as to whether Oswald could have been in place for the shots. Did Oswald have a Coke in his hand immediately after the shooting when Officer Baker saw him? Why does it matter? If he did, then that means it would have taken him a few more seconds to buy the bottle of Coke once he got to the second floor landing, which would be unlikely since Officer Baker said Oswald wasn't out of breath. If he didn't have the Coke, it makes it more likely that Oswald could have sprinted down the stairs from the 6th floor where he allegedly saw Officer Baker on the 2nd floor. Oswald tells police during interrogations that he was on the 1st floor at the time of the shooting eating a cheese sandwich, although he had gone up to the 2nd floor to get a Coke. Oswald also said that he was drinking a Coca-Cola on the 2nd floor in the lunchroom when the officer saw him. But what does the record say about the Coca-Cola? Almost a year after the assassination, on September 23, 1964, Officer Baker signed an affidavit that he, quote, saw a man standing in the lunchroom drinking a Coke. In the affidavit, Baker crossed out the words drinking a Coke and initialed the change. Mrs. R.A. Reed, a clerical supervisor, saw Oswald walk through the clerical office on the 2nd floor at 12:32 holding a bottle of Coca-Cola. The Warren Commission's senior counsel, Albert Jenner Jr., said on WNYC television on December 23, 1966, that Oswald was, quote, drinking a bottle of Coke when the first policeman on the scene saw him. Would Oswald have had time to get a Coke after shooting the president and running down the stairs and not be out of breath? Why would Oswald even get a Coke unless he was just eating his lunch? The Warren Commission decided Oswald had just barely enough time after he shot the president to hide his rifle in the opposite corner of the 6th floor and then run down 4 flights of stairs where he encountered Officer Baker. Yet, according to Baker and Truly, Oswald was composed.